Hello again, my name is Gabe Zolna. I posted a couple of videos on a similar topic with similar information. And it talks about, I know you're not going to believe this, but the President of the United States, Barack Hussein Obama, he lied. I know it's difficult to comprehend that our President would lie, especially the way the American people have treated him like royalty. But he lied. Unfortunately, he never seems to tell the truth. And this is in reference to the comments that he made recently after the supposed shooting that took place in Oregon. And he said that countries like Australia and England that have given up their weapons, crime has gone down dramatically. I'm going to attach this picture, and you'll see a dump truck full of tens of thousands of weapons being destroyed. And the article says, if anyone believes gun control and confiscation works, think again. What happened in Australia, gun crimes went up, and that directly contradicts what Obama said after the Roseburg shootings. He lied when he claimed gun violence had been done away with after some countries like Australia outlawed gun ownership. R. Alberto, I believe that's the person that wrote that. And then Joe Faso, that's F-A-S-O, Australian gun law update. Here's a thought to warm some of your hearts from Ed Chanel, a police officer in Australia. Hi, Yanks. I thought you all would like to see the real figures from down under. It has now been 12 months since gun ownership in Australia were forced by a new law to surrender 640,381 personal firearms to be destroyed by our own government. The estimates, and this is me now, I think the estimates say there's about 10 million guns in Australia. Anyway, a program costing Australian taxpayers more than $500 million. The first year results are now in. Australia-wide homicides are up 6.2%. Australia-wide assaults are up 9.6%. Australian-wide armed robberies are up 44%. Yes, 44% in the state of Victoria. Lone homicides with firearms are now up 300%. Note that law-abiding citizens turned them in. The criminals did not. And criminals still possess their guns. Surprise, 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 huh? What have I said in countless videos? You can get the guns from the good guys, but you're not going to get the guns from the bad guys. And once that happens, the bad guys know the good guys don't have arms, and guess what? Guess what? While figures over the previous 25 years showed a steady decrease in armed robbery with firearms, time has changed dramatically upward in the past 12 months, since the criminals now are guaranteed that their prey is unarmed. There's also been a dramatic increase in break-ins and assaults of the elderly, while the resident is at home. Australian police are at a loss to explain how public safety has decreased. What kind of loss? It's obvious. After such monumental effort and expense was expended in successfully ridding Australian society of guns. You won't see this on the American Evening News or hear your governor or members of your state assembly disseminating this information, nor will you hear it from, the chosen one. The Australian experience speaks for itself. Guns in the hands of honest citizens save lives and property. And yes, gun control law affects only the law-abiding citizens. Take note, Americans, before it's too late. Will you be one of the sheep to turn yours in? Why? You will need it. Forward to everyone on your email list. Don't be a member of the silent majority. Be one of the vocal minority who won't stand for nonsense. Australia, more violent crimes, despite gun ban. England has a similar story. So once again, the chosen one is just beating his gums. He wants to disarm the American people. He can't accomplish what he wishes to accomplish, knowing that behind every blade of grass is an American with a weapon. Why else do you think he's so gung-ho on trying to get rid of our guns with all these phony scandals? The Virginia shooting never happened. I don't believe Sandy Hook ever happened. I don't believe any of it ever happened. Well, that's not true. There are some that did happen. Tucson happened. The question is, why did it happen? Was Jared Loughner completely drugged out of his mind? I'm inclined to think so. How about the Colorado shooter, Holmes? Did he look like he was spaced out of his mind? Yes, he did. And Adam Lanza, well, we don't know anything about Adam Lanza. We never saw Adam Lanza. He didn't survive. The only picture we saw of Adam Lanza was a picture of him when he was young. The whole thing is totally insane. But the agenda that the chosen one has, clear as a bell. I'm going to attach a copy of the picture that shows the dump truck dumping tens of thousands of weapons to be destroyed. Why? Because the elected politicians in Australia chose to do so. And typical for elected politicians, their ideas don't work. You know what I think. You know what Barack Hussein Obama thinks. The question now is, what do you think?